Lesson 37, and this here is looking at the complete overview of operations management. Now, the first thing we started with was the operational objectives. Can you produce more cheaply? Cost minimization. What about the quality? If you have good quality, you can charge a higher price. Flexibility, dependability, also these days environmental objectives, which may feed into corporate social responsibility strategy. And of course, also you always want to add value. You're trying to create a bigger difference between the selling price and the variable cost. And key in that whole process is this idea of mass customization, where you have mass production, but you're still producing for niche markets. And because we now have the technology, we are now able to do this. There are lots of internal influences upon a firm that is producing something. You know, what are its overall corporate objectives? How much money have they got available? What sort of people have they got working there? The tradition of the firm and the nature of the product itself. And I spend quite a lot of time, although it's not directly on the syllabus, looking at the big mega trends according to the latest KPMG report. And it completely blows apart perhaps the old traditional route of manufacturing, where in the 1990s we suddenly sent all our manufacturing over to China. They produced loads of goods cheaply, because it's very much now going down the automated route. And one of the things that we're going to get is nearshoring, where goods are produced much closer to home, and they may even be produced at home. In fact, the two biggest winners on the whole world stage happen to be America and Mexico. A demand shift to the east, obviously. There's massive amounts of demand in the east for products. That's why Volkswagen and Skoda are obviously big in China, and Jaguar Land Rover as well. The idea that we need to get all this expertise together so that we can produce goods more cheaply. We've got to become more resourceful in the way in which we use resources. Nanotechnology's grown, service-driven business models, sourcing governance, 3D printing, all of these sorts of things. Because in a sense, what we originally, although it's still very relevant, what we originally talked about in the past, which was lean production, which means no waste, the just-in-time model, critical path analysis, time-based management, total quality management, right? That was a theory that hit big time in the 1970s and 80s, and it still exists today. So we still got to learn those processes. But these things may now take on, and this produced a very powerful nation in Japan. Then we looked at all of the other things on here, which is quality assurance, the consequences of quality. You can charge a higher price, you get a better brand, you get a better reputation. The consequences of poor quality, and the costs and the benefits of introducing something like total quality management onto your system. We also had a look at economies and diseconomies of scale, that firms need to be big, so therefore they can reduce their costs, but if firms become too big, there are in fact diseconomies of scale on there. Another part of the course is also outsourcing. I've just said that may now be out of date, and countries are now bringing their manufacturing systems back home. A key part of this is the cost of energy and wages. Wages in China are actually growing very, very quickly. We also looked at how we can reduce costs, and obviously we want to get high labour productivity, reduce unit costs, and also we want our firms to be operating at full capacity utilisation. And all of those ideas will mean that firms may actually make more and reduce costs and everything else. So this is the whole of operations management on one board. And we started with lesson 32, and this is now lesson 37. So we've done 6 lessons on this. Okay.